welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some amazing iPhone hacks. The other day, my friend taught me a hack on my phone and it was so simple but life-changing to the point that I was like, everyone needs to know this hack. And it got me thinking, what other simple iPhone hacks are out there that you will actually use in everyday life that will really make a difference? So I've spent the last week researching these. I have over 25 to share with you today, and some of them are really, really good. So I hope you love this video. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe if you want to stick around for more content like this. And if you are an old subscriber, don't forget to hit that notification bell, which just means that you will be notified every time I post a video. But without further ado, let's get into the hacks. So my first hack is a really easy way to undo typing. If you're writing a text message or a note and then you want to delete what you've just written, all you have to do is shake your phone and you will see a notification pop up saying undo typing, and then you can just undo it, and it's that easy. I also recently deleted an entire note on my phone, but all I had to do to get it back was to give it a shake and it came back. And I also have a hack for if you make a mistake in your calculator app. It's the most annoying thing, especially if you're adding up lots of different numbers. But if you swipe right, it will take it away one number at a time, and then you can correct it. And the next hack completely blew my mind. Have you ever written a text message and then noticed that you made a mistake and you want to go back and fix it, but you can't get the little cursor where it needs to be easily to fix it? Well, if you just hold down the space bar and move your thumb back and forth, you can easily move the cursor around and scroll to fix the problem. And most of us will know that you can easily take a screenshot on your phone by holding down the volume and the power button quickly together. But did you know that you can then click on that screen grab, which will be in the left lower hand corner, and then you can add text to it. You can write with markers, you can highlight things as well. You could even add text. So if you were trying to point something out in a document or on a photo, you could quickly screen grab it and then draw all over it what you want to show someone. And then you can also send it to them. You can just press this little arrow button in the top right, and then you have the option to send it by text message or to email it to someone or even to airdrop it. And did you know that your phone can act as a measuring tape and a leveler? All you have to do is download the Measure app, which is completely free. You can just search for it on iTunes. And once you have it, you can then tap Measure and it will ask you to add your first point. So tap on it when you have your first point in sight, then you can drag it all the way across to the next point, which is what you want to measure, and then it will give you a very accurate measurement in centimeters. And you can also use this app as an easy leveler. So if you're hanging a picture or something like that, you can just bring this app up, place your phone on top of it, and it will tell you if something is level or not. And did you know that you can customize your control center? And if you don't know what that is, it's basically all of the options that show up when you pull down on your phone. So normally there's things like your camera there and your torch there as well, but you can add other things that you use all the time, and it's super simple to set up. All you have to do is go into settings and then into control center, and then you can then customize controls. You'll see different options of what is currently showing on your control center and what is not, and then you can move things around. If you don't use something like timer, for instance, you can take that off. Then you could add things like your alarm or stopwatch, or if you use voice memos very often, you can add all of that so that it is easily accessible on your control center, so that if you ever want to get to something like that, all you have to do is pull down and it's there. One of the things on there is screen recording. I use this all the time. Obviously, with what I do, I tend to screen record my videos and then share that on Instagram or Facebook, something like that. But it's also great if you wanted to quickly screen record part of a video and share it with a friend. Yes, so you can add screen record to your control center if it's something you think you'll use. I use it a lot, and I also recently worked out that you can turn on your microphone while you're screen recording. So if you wanted to record something online and also talk whoever through what you're actually doing, all you have to do is when you go down to screen record, instead of tapping on it once, just hold it down, and then you'll see at the bottom it will say microphone off. switch that to on, and then you can talk while you're screen recording. And if you're someone who keeps their phone on silent for most of the time, did you know that you can create customized vibrations so that you will know who is texting you without even getting your phone out of your pocket? This is super simple to set up. All you have to do is go to settings and then sounds and haptics, then choose ringtone, then vibration, and then you can create new. I created Matt's one to be like a heartbeat, but you could literally do any kind of pattern. Save this, and then whenever they text you, you'll know who it is. And my next hack is a really easy way to send someone your location. All you have to do in a text message is write "I'm at," and then you'll see current location will come up as an option. Click that and it will send your contact exactly where you are. This is great if you're meeting someone at a specific place or a car park, something like that. You can also stop those annoying pop-ups that come up while you're in an app that ask you to rate it or review it, but it's super simple to disable these pop-ups. All you have to do is go into settings and then into iTunes and App Store. Then you'll see disable in-app ratings and reviews, and you can just click that off. Another cool hack, which is a way of turning off ads and in-app purchases while your child or you are playing on an app on your phone, is to, once you're in that app, put your phone on airplane mode. This will mean there is no access to 3G or Wi-Fi, so it will be impossible for those ads to pop up. This doesn't work for every single app, but it's worth it for the ones that it does. I also wanted to give you a few tips about using the camera on your iPhone. I get so many questions on Instagram asking me what camera I use for my photos, but 90% of the time it is my iPhone camera, but set to portrait. The portrait mode is so beautiful on the phone. It has great focus, it has lovely light, and it blurs out everything in the background so you can get a really good quality photo. And when I'm taking a photo, did you know that you can just double tap the screen and then a little sun will come up, and then you have the option to pull it up if you want more light, and then pull it down if you want less light coming in when you're taking a photo. You can also set up a grid in your camera. All you have to do is go to settings and then to camera, and then you can click grid, and this will give you a little, like almost like a tic-tac-toe or noughts and crosses grid, which will help you get a perfect flat lay, or help you take a very centered selfie, or help you to line things up if you're taking an interior shot. I also have a hack for if you ever need to call emergency services. It's so simple. All you have to do is hold down a volume button and the power button at the same time. You'll then see a little slider pop up that says emergency SOS, and if you slide that across, it will call the police. And you can also add emergency contacts to your phone just in case anything happened and someone needed to call your emergency contacts. It's very easy. All you have to do is click on the health app. That's the little app with the heart. Then you'll see something that says get more from health, and you can then set up an emergency contact or multiple emergency contacts if you want to. And if you're ever in a place that doesn't have good Wi-Fi, did you know that you can set up your phone as a personal hotspot? All you have to do is go into settings and then into personal hotspot, and you can set it up, and you can also then get a password so you can allow family members or friends to join your hotspot as well. Just note that this will use up your data, but if you're ever stuck or you need a child to be entertained in a restaurant, this really does work. And some of you may know about the reminder app, which is a way of setting up all kinds of different reminders. But did you know that you can actually set up reminders based on your location? So you could set it up so that every time you get into work, you'll get reminded about something you need to do, or even every time that you get into the car, you can be reminded about something you need to bring. And this next hack is really, really cool. You can actually Google the words water eject shortcut and then download a shortcut which will help eject water from your iPhone speakers if you were ever to submerge your phone. iPhones nowadays are water resistant, but you could still get water into your speakers. But if you download the shortcut, it will literally get the water out of your phone. I've watched a few videos on it and it's literally mind-blowing. So if you're a bit clumsy like me and you're likely to drop it in a cup of tea or a bath or a pool, something like that, definitely download this shortcut. And a lot of people will know that you can adjust the brightness of your iPhone screen just by pulling down and then moving the little sun up and down. But did you know that there's also a night shift mode? And Apple say that if you use this in the evening, it will actually help you sleep. And you can set up a schedule for it. So if you go into settings and then into display and brightness, you'll see night shift, and then you can go in and set a schedule. So I've set mine up to go on from 10 p.m. until 7 a.m. just to help me sleep before bed. If I go on my phone, at least it will be nice and dim. And a really simple hack that everyone should know is that you can just pull down on your screen for a search tab to come up. Then you can put in anything, whether it's a place or a name or a text you're trying to find, whatever it is, just write it into that search tab and everything related to that will come up. And another simple hack is if you ever come out of something that you're doing and you want to get back to all of your most recent pages, all you have to do is do a long swipe up on your phone. You do have to press quite hard, but this will bring up all of your most recent pages, and then you can carry on with what you were doing. And if you're ever writing a text message, which is a mixture of letters and numbers, but you don't want to have to keep flitting between the two, all you have to do is hold down the numbers button and keeping your thumb on the screen, then choose the number that you want and then let go, and it will take you straight back to the letters without having to actually manually do it. And if, like me, you have loads and loads of internet tabs open on Safari, I have a really easy way to close them. All you have to do is go into Safari, and then you'll see two little squares in the right-hand corner. Click on those and you'll see all of your open windows. To shut them all down, all you have to do is hold your finger on the word done, which is again in the right-hand corner, and then you'll see it says close all tabs. And when I first did that, I actually had 300 tabs open, and it felt so good to close them all down. And my next hack, some of you may know, but it's definitely worth saying because it's such a good one. If you ever need to charge your phone in a hurry, put it on airplane mode. Because you don't have Wi-Fi services on or your network on, it will charge your phone so much quicker if it's on airplane mode. And if you also rinse your battery all the time like I do, it's also worth telling you about the low power mode. All you have to do to get to this is go to settings and then battery, and you can see you can put it on low power mode. And you can also add low power mode to your control center so that you can easily turn it on and off as and when to save battery. So there you have it. Which one of these hacks was your favorite? I would love to know in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a big like if you liked it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.